What does Bruce Wayne, Beyonce, and my grandfather all have in common? Well, they're all super rich. All right, my grandfather, he's not super rich. If that was the case, I wouldn't have to go back and forth with financial aid the way that I have to. But there is something that they do have in common. We all live in an era where having side hustles and entrepreneurship are becoming necessary to create generational wealth and in some cases just to stay out of poverty. From Wayne Enterprises' continued success to Beyonce literally letting it be known in her song Boss that her great-great-grandchildren are already rich, it's safe to say that they have a mind for business. As far as my grandfather, he was able to become a business owner with just a third grade education, and that shows that he as well had a mind for business. With myself one day hoping to be able to open up a business, I would love to sit down and have lunch with either Bruce, Beyonce, or my late grandfather to pick their brains on business ownership and balancing life and hobbies. It's a no-brainer that I would like to sit down with one of the richest fictional characters to ever exist. Bruce Wayne is worth $80 billion. $80 billion. Now I know that might not hold a candle to someone like Elon Musk, who's worth way more, but I would argue to say that Bruce is much cooler. It is true that he has people to govern his business. However, my interest in wanting to pick his brain comes from how he can successfully live the lives of both Batman and Bruce Wayne. He has a lot on his plate with his vigilante life. The way he can seamlessly make time for what he needs to do and where he needs to be is astonishing. We could all learn a valuable lesson from someone who's almost always where they're needed to be when they're needed the most. Bruce makes a lot of time for justice in business, but not so much of a family man. I mean, hello child endangerment charges. However, Beyonce has always been about family and her business. She took a 3-year hiatus during the height of her career just to focus on herself and her family. That sort of work-life balance breeds longevity. It is important to work hard, but work shouldn't be the only thing that you do in life. I would love to hear how she's able to get to a point of balance like that. Now, my grandfather was one of the greatest men that I've ever known. He was kind, genuine. I've never heard him raise his voice. I've never heard him cuss. He was just a nice soul to be around. He passed away right when I entered into adulthood. To be able to talk to him now would mean anything and everything. He had his own successful home construction business, which he started in an effort to take care of my aunts and uncles and my grandmother. In closing, the thing that my granddad has in common with both Bruce Wayne and Beyonce is business owning experience. That is just one of the many topics that I would love to discuss during a lunch date with any of them. I will leave you with this thought. It is a totally wasted opportunity that Elon Musk hasn't donned an animal suit and started fighting crime. Y'all have a good day.